Instagram, Facebook. I've been giving you some tips about the caretaker because I remember with my grandmother, I had to do this. Like, remember I talked about you have to do the shopping. Then after you have to do the shopping, you got to deal with all the people. First the utilities, the insurance. You know me, Martin Morris, the engineer that paid off a $94,437 loan by becoming a salesman. Well, today I'm going to talk to you about caretaker tip. Briefly, one. I told you about the food because this all kind of shocked me back in when I heard about the food mergers, and I thought, man, I was younger, had Avocado Corner on, I think it was Broadway and over there by Ascension, Broadway and Imperial. Thought about Vaughn's. Used to be over there off of El Segundo and Avalon Boulevard. I remember when I was younger, it was the Ralphs and the Clarks down there off of El Segundo and Avalon. All those on one street. Now I think about it now. Now one's a Food for Less, one's like the Superior Market. You know what that is. Bag your own food, and I swear the prices are just as high or higher than if I would have gone to Superior, costing the brother more money. I tell my grandmother, let's just go shop at Vaughn's. Let's go shop at Ralph's. It's just as much by the time you stand in line for 20 minutes. Just to save a couple of dollars. Then I got to go to the parking lot, all kind of crazy people driving, running into my car. No. You don't have to park that close to me, all right? Oh my goodness. So, number 3 thing, I talk about the food, and then I'm definitely going to talk about the people. Gosh, I remember, this goes into number 3. When my grandmother passed away, I had the uncle and another person living in the house. And I said, okay, I just need you guys to pay the $293 house note until I could get some extra money. I'd fix up the place, then I'd be able to sell it. And also the property tax was only I think it was between $100 and $150 a year. So that lets you know how old the house was. That's all I asked for them, $293, pay the property tax. When a person passes away, tip number 3, make sure you pay all the bills related to, if there's any real estate involved, property taxes, pay it yourself first. And this goes into what I was talking to you about, caretaker number 2, people that stay in a place who don't want to pay no money. Then I was like, man, it's like, God, everything's okay for 3 or 4 months. Did I get a call, Mr. Morris, we're going to foreclose on the house. I'm like, what do you mean you're going to foreclose on the house? We got to have about $2,000 or $3,000 up front, then pay this fee. I'm like, what are you talking about? Hasn't Sister Flo been paying the note? I call her up. Sister Flo, have you been paying the note on the house? Oh, no. I was like, well, is that something you should have told me? You live in there for free, so you just don't let the house go back into foreclosure and just stay there for free. That's why I say tip number 2, going back to tip number 2, if you can get rid of anyone living in the residence, get rid of them ASAP. Kids, family, and then just get rid of everybody. That's my motto, man. Then when she dies, sell the house, or we can split the proceeds. Because once you get these people in there, man, they're like termites, man. You can't get them out. And on top of it, they don't want to pay no money, man. I was like, oh. I was like, what do you mean? And then I found out the property tax. What, you haven't paid the property tax either? So you gonna so my grandmother, who gave you a place to live when you so-called were struggling, you didn't pay any rent on the house. Now you're working, making money, doing all this kind of stuff as a legal aid. Now my grandmother passes away. You got an opportunity to spend $293 and then a little bit of a property tax for a place you so-called want to live in. You didn't pay one motherfucking thing, man. Then on top of it, I had to pay another $2,000 to get her the fuck out of there so I could sell the house as a investment property, man. Because I said, I'm done, man. This person's not paying. The amount of times she had me driving around for 2 or 3 hours to only give me $100 of a $300 rent. I'm like, God damn. Yeah, she was black too. I'll see it. She was black. And my uncle was black. I see it. I'm sure it's all kind of racist, but I knew who I was dealing with. I'm like, oh my God. So tip number 3, if you're the executor of the estate, pay any bills related to like the first loan, second loan, property taxes, pay those bills yourself. And then if you can, go back after the person who's staying in the house, say, hey, I thought you were going to pay the bill. We even signed the lease. You were going to help us out. try to go after them that way. If not, then try to get them the hell out of there, man. But make sure you pay those bills yourself, man. I think I lost about a good $10,000 fucking with that. Trying to get everything caught up, all that kind of stuff. Then after that, I got hit with bills from Edison. Well, your neighbor has a tree. And since your wires are going through the tree, it's a possible fire hazard. So we need you to put up these special fucking antennas. And then it's not like you got to get like, that was another $200 or $300. And they're just like, I mean, it's like all I needed to, if I had got like the $300 from the so-called people who are living in the place, I could have took care of that, took care of the event. Didn't even pay the damn landscaper. She's like, oh, I'll pay the landscaper. Okay, I can trust you to do that. Couldn't pay fucking $45 a month, man. I was like, God damn. So one thing about being a caretaker is if once a person passes away and you're an executive of the estate, or before she passes away, get rid of everybody in the house. The dog can stay, the cat stay, but get rid of the motherfucking people. Sons, daughter, grandsons, so-called friends from the church. Which is fine. I'm just saying. Bringing their friends in. Amen. But we don't pay no motherfucking money. Amen. And we don't pay no motherfucking property taxes. Amen. And we're gonna fuck you, Martin, because you can't do anything because you live in California. Amen. Amen. That's why I'm Republican. So that's what I say. Tip number 3. When it comes to the estate, make sure you pay those bills first and then try to get the money later from any people who are living in the house or think owe bills or say they want to help out. All right, well, let me know what you guys think about this one. This is the most important one. This one will save you a lot of money and a lot of heartache about dealing with fucking people. Because once you go through this, you hate people. You don't trust nobody fucking body, man. I'm like the government now. That's okay. Pay me the fuck up front. I'll deal with the guy shit on the other side. He may love you, he may care for you, but I don't give a fuck about you. You better pay my motherfucking money. So remember, as the executor of the estate, once that person you're taking care of, pay those bills out of your pocket. Do not trust anyone else to pay those bills.